Hello? Now, I don't even know if you can hear me. I don't know if I can hear myself. We're 20 minutes late, and it's completely messing up my OCD. Testing 1, 2, 3. This is a test. Oh boy, I have my headphones on. It sounds good, but I don't know if I have any, what do the kids call it? Noise removal, noise suppression. So I just might have to take off my headphones and do a little bit of testing because that's what we do around here. We make big messes out of nothing. We do around here. We make big messes out of nothing. Now, is my mouth matching what I'm saying? I don't know. Is my mouth matching what I'm saying? I don't know. Testing 1, 2, 3. Yes, 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 yes. Testing 1, 2, 3. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, I guess. I don't know. I have no idea what's going on. Testing 1, 2, 3. I have an idea what's going on, but I don't know what's going on. I have no clue what's going on. First of all, can we talk about my shirt? Just a little bit of white, and look, the whole room is dark. And then I cover up the white in my shirt, and I look beautiful. So I guess I'm going to have to wear my towel again. So hey, what's new with you? So this carefully planned scheme that I have called live streaming, it can all be just thrown away by, a little software tweak. Now, as you can see, I've changed the, I've put on the autofocus again, and it's already making me seasick. But see, look at that. You look at that. Now that's called focusing. Oops, I don't know what that is. Oh, that's Mastodon. Okay, that's public. Focus. Now I'm in focus. So here's what happened. Yesterday, I was sent this delightful piece of work. The Elgato Stream Deck Plus. Not a Stream Deck. Not a Stream Deck XL. But the Stream Deck with the plus sign after it. And as you can see, it has little knobs on it. You can control volume, which is what I think made everything go haywire today because I lost my microphone. That's what I was doing. I was going live, and I just decided to be smart and test if my microphone was working in OBS, our streaming software, and it wasn't. It was working just fine on the Elgato side, put on my headphones, and the lovely tunes of John Denver and the Mamas and the Papas, fine. But where the little thing goes boop, 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 boop in OBS, it's not there, which means I have no sound broadcasting. Breathe. So this is that. And I wiped out all the stuff, the neat stuff that was on here. Meow. I don't even know where it is. Has all these neat knobs, and you click them and they turn things on and off. I had it all set up. It was so cool, but I thought, well, maybe that's what's interfering why I don't have my microphone anymore. So I guess I'll have to figure this out. I don't know how I'll figure it out, but I guess I'll have to try because this is ridiculous. Nobody wants this. So that is my latest thing that I thought was going to be really, really just special and terrific and seamless. And it turns out that it's not working at all. Actually, the Stream Deck Plus is working quite well. It's whatever happened to my microphone. And it seems to be some sort of conflict with NVIDIA Broadcast, which scares me because I love NVIDIA Broadcast. But maybe I need to get rid of NVIDIA Broadcast. I'm going to turn on NVIDIA Broadcast, and if we lose them, you'll have to let me know. I think this is almost too bright. Go dark. Darker is better when you're ugly, believe me. confused by this whole situation. What did I do? Can you still hear me? Are we still in the mood for love? I don't know. But I turned off NVIDIA Broadcast from starting when we start, when Windows starts. Now, I wonder if I can go in here and turn off my... Now, I might just lose my camera completely. So if I do, come back. Now, let me see. Okay, video preview is occupied. Right. I guess because we're streaming. Okay, so I don't know if I can even turn this off. I don't think I can, because then I won't be able to see you. Or, this is why we have a test screen. And my camera should go off. But it's not. I must have set it that way. Well, isn't that delightful? So, I guess I'll just have to fix this on my own time without your delicious help. Which is fine. That's what we do here. And it's weird because the NVIDIA Broadcast I love because it has great sound removal. I don't know if we have any sound removal going on now or not. And it also removes ugliness in the video camera. But so does the Elgato software. So maybe I just need to say, okay, Elgato. Elgatito. Don't mess with me. And behave. NVIDIA Broadcast Noise Removal by Elgato. I don't know. It's what we always hoped would work, but maybe it won't work. But it should be working now. I guess I'll just have to play with it on my own. But the NVIDIA Broadcast Noise Removal is now part of this. What is this? I don't know. I'm not making any sense. Part of the Elgato streaming software that we're using right now. And it's going to be a challenge. And they're hammering things in our building, not just outside our building, but now inside our building. So it's going to be a loud, crazy, nutty, annoying sort of day. But that's okay. That's why we're here. Hey, here's our Discord server in case you're interested to see what's going on. There you go. So, I was all excited that I had our Stream Deck perfectly set up. It's not perfectly set up. It's all messed up. Because I deleted all the fun stuff. Maybe I can put it all back. Well, I better do it after the show, because right now it seems like we at least have a show. At least that's a fallacy that I'm operating under so far. Oh boy. And next, what is going on next? I have a whole plan to tell you about here. Interesting things going on. And I don't know what to do about this. Do we want automatic, maybe we want automatic brightness as well turned on? Now I wonder how I can turn off my camera so I can play with this a little bit. But I think everything keeps the camera on. I think I have it set up that way. Yes, we're not ending, we're just testing. Moving from scene to scene. Oh, I wonder if, maybe that'll work. Okay, let me see. A video capture device off, on, logo. What if I go here? Now this, and I turn off. No, okay, I'm off, but the camera's still on. Big mess. Hey, welcome to the live stream. By the way, I'm David Bowles, and this is Bowles TV. It's BOLES on television. Coming to you live and in concert, not from the Omaha Civic Auditorium, but from the East Coast of these United States. And then our streaming software said I was logged out. It's just been a mess. But we're in the process of fixing it. And we are hoping that everything will sort of sound right and good with the world. But I don't know. Sure how much our NVIDIA broadcast software via Elgato is getting rid of our noise suppression. But I'm hopeful. I don't know if I'll tell if I can sense any difference in it, but maybe we'll see. Noise removal is on. Oh, I put it in the middle. Was there any difference? I don't know. Only time will tell us. And time has been very cruel so far. 16 minutes. Test it later. So what else is in the news? Well, let's take a look. Well, that's working at least. Now, what is that? That I have to check and see if our stream channel updated or not, because that's all a big mess. Yes, that looks good. So far, so good, said the man with the golden gun. Meow. Oh boy, lots of things to check and lots of things to make sure they're working. Aha. Okay, there we go. Hey! Oh, that's still working. I had to restart about 3 times, so I'm glad this is working. Have you heard about botsentinel.com? Well, we're going to take a look at it together. It's very interesting, and the guy who created Bot Sentinel, which I didn't know anything about, is working on his own social media thing. His own social media competitor to, I guess, something like Twitter and Mastodon. So it's going to be very curious to see how all of this works out. So Bot Sentinel works with your Twitter account, okay? And there's an app for your iPhone, for your iPad, and I believe also for Android. As I move, we get auto-focused. So yesterday, I was taking a look at this guy and applying for his beta test of his new social network thing, where there's not going to be any cruelty or any meanness or mean people involved. We should hope. And so I discovered that this website decides what sort of, I guess, person you are on Twitter. Are you a good person? Are you a bad person? Are you normal? Are you satisfactory? Are you disruptive? Are you problematic? And here's the range of tokens. Normal is 0% to 24. So you go in there, and you can do this for any Twitter account. It doesn't have to be yours. And it will give you feedback on exactly who and what is going on. Neat, right? So here's an example of that. Botsentinel.com, and you go right to Analyze Account. We'll do mine, just as a beginning. Okay, that's my Twitter handle, as they say, and here's my rating that we just saw. Okay, fine. View profile. Here I am down here. That's my cat. It's my avatar. My score is 4%, so I'm considered normal. I'm not sure why I'm 4%, because as you can see down here, 2 years ago, I was 1%. Why have I gone up 3%? Is it because I'm linking more stuff? Is it because of the live show that now I tweet links to the live show and the videos? Maybe that's it. Maybe it doesn't like that. It thinks I'm like some kind of bot doing bad things. Even though I'm not really. So accounts that are classified as normal, hashtags. So these are the phrases that I tend to use on my Twitter account. And I think these are like in the last 90 days. Human condition, streaming service, live streaming, moral lives, favorite streaming, chat live, live VOD, and on, right? So those are all of the things I talk about. What hashtags do I use? I never use hashtags, but lately I have with my AI art because people tell me you have to do that. So look, here you go. My hashtags: AI art, AI artwork, AI artist, Rarible, AI by itself, Ethereum, non-fungible, and Meow Meow, Plague Doctor. I used that one yesterday. So this is sort of recent stuff, right? The other thing, what URLs is this person promoting? Bulls TV, Mastodon, right? Rarible, my competitor to OpenSea for minting NFTs. Sigmoid Social, Twitter, and on and on and on. Okay? So this gives you all the insight into my account. Let's analyze another account. Let's go for the big man. Why not? Elon Musk. Okay. His rating is 15%. I was 4. He is 15. So he's within the normal range. Let's take a look at his profile. There's his face. He is verified. He is normal. And going all the way back from when he started, October to November, he's started at 10. Then he went down to 9, 11, 12. He's 13, now he's 15. So he's becoming more troll-like. Here are his favorite phrases. Elon Musk. Burnt hair. Community notes. Content moderation. AI Day. Citizen journalism. Good point. Good thread. Legacy Blue. Does he use hashtags? None. What URLs does he promote? Starlink. Who would know? Time.com. And of course, Twitter. So let's take a look at our hardcore ASL account and see what's going on there. Analyzing, 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 analyzing. %, same as me. View the profile, hardcore ASL. Date joined, normal, 4%. I guess that's just where we've always been. Phrases, David Bowles, Bowles blog, sign language, American sign, live stream, 9 a.m. Eastern. Hashtags, my Twitter anniversary, and safety pin. The safety pin I like. I remember that. That was fun and important. The URLs, Bowles TV, hardcoreasl.com, and of course, the Twitter. So there are many interesting things you can do with these interesting, strange sort of analysis bots. And this is the gentleman, Christopher Bouzy, who invented Bot Sentinel. When I was 9, I started coding on a Mattel Aquarius computer. I developed several products in my 20s, and then in 2018, I launched Bot Sentinel. No. So this is where it gets very interesting. The demand for a Bot Sentinel powered Twitter-like platform has picked up steam, and we have received 34,189 pre-beta registrations. 100,000 is our goal because we need to prove there's some demand for what we want to build. A safer, more inclusive platform. And this is his, I guess, evidence proof. 34,000, 34,000. Now, when you go to pre-beta Bot Sentinel, and I will provide the link in our Discord server, this is how it started. An unexpected number of Twitter users have been asked, the Bot Sentinel team, to build a new Twitter-like platform built on the technology that powers Bot Sentinel. Our goal would be to build an inclusive platform focused on mitigating disinformation and targeted harassment while encouraging positive engagement. We would fix all the problems everyone dislikes about Twitter while improving the features we all love. Before seriously considering building a new platform, we must know just how much demand there is for it. Please fill out the form and share your thoughts. If 100,000 people respond, we will move forward into the next steps. So I filled this out. I'm on the line. I think some people are actually alpha testing this. I don't know how. I don't know how they got in. I followed Christopher Boozy. He has 387,000 followers. He follows about 5,000, and he followed me back. Is that the sweetest thing? And his rating is 5%, so mine is 4. And as you can see, there is this add-on, right, that you can use on Twitter that will show you who you're dealing with. Are they a bot? A troublemaker? Sometimes, with our friend Igba, it is unknown. Empty Wheel? Marcy Wheeler is 2%. Lindy Lee is 11%. She's very tough. I think she's great. She posts wonderful, fetching things. Our friend Jack is 16%. Ron is 7%. Brooklyn Dad is 13%. So it's a little add-in for your web browser that will give you the Bot Sentinel ratings of the people you're dealing with. So you know if they're crass, if they're a bot, if they're a bad person, if there's someone you don't want to deal with. That's what you do. You simply go and you look and you say, all right, I know what I'm going to do. I know who I'm going to speak with, and it's not the manager. I'm going to speak to my friends at Bot Sentinel. And here's the most fun news of the day. God has left the building. God is no longer on Twitter. God is at 25%, so he's on the border of not being normal. This was posted a couple of days ago. God, not a parody, actually God. The tweet of God. This is my final tweet. From now on, you can find me at universeodin.com, the tweet of God. It's been a great ride, and the ride continues. F you, Elon Musk, you anti-union, megalomaniacal, I don't even know how to pronounce his son's name, piece of S. Please retweet this and then join me. Bye. God out. And here's God on the other network on Mastodon, the tweet of God. Joined November 17. And he has some books. Testing, is this thing on? Now, here's the great thing about God. It has 6.2 million followers on Twitter. 6.2 million people follow the Word of God on Twitter. And in return, God follows just one person, and one person only. And that one person, Justin Bieber. And Justin Bieber is 2% normal. And Justin has, believe it or not, 113 million followers. And Justin Bieber follows 281,000 people, which how is that even possible? It's not possible. And he's not even using an NFT, and he's not using the $1.3 million he used for an NFT. I love it. 6.2 million follow God, and God follows Justin Bieber. So that's what's going on so far. It's been a very fascinating and torturous day, but that's okay. So coming up next, we're going to talk about maybe some more Ticketmaster fun. If we can call it fun. I don't know if we can or not. But it's going to be an interesting day, and it's going to be a lot of fun when we return in a moment. And hey, we're back here on Bowls.tv. It's BOLES.television. Well, our Stream Deck Plus seems to be working better than I expected. I think it messed up my audio, but as far as I can tell, our audio is still working. And I'm going to turn up the sound and see if it's working. I think it messed up my audio, but as far as I can tell, our audio is still working. And I'm going to turn up the sound. I think it's okay. It doesn't sound too noisy. And there's a lot, oh my. They are pounding footings. And they've been doing it for 2 months. And they're still pounding the footing right out the window. So if you hear the bop, 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 that's what that sound is. And it's a terrible, ugly sound, I'm afraid to say. It's just gross. That's why I'm back here hiding with you in this little tiny room that's very dark. Now, I wonder if I need to turn on automatic lighting. I had it turned off because I like this sexy dark lighting, but, you know, when you put something dark over your shirt and, you know, the whole room lights up like it's supposed to, it makes you think there's a little problem with the lighting. With automatic lighting, maybe just go for the automatic lighting and turn down all the lights and just see if you can, you know, make it sexy without all the fuss. I don't know what to do. And we're just going to give a little reply. So many things going on today. I guess there's a holiday coming up. That's the rumor, and people are panicking. Whoops. Now, you're not supposed to hear the typing when you have this noise suppression on. Now, I saw the meter going up and down as I was typing. Now, doesn't sound like noise suppression's working on the old Elgato. So I guess I either have to wear dark shirts every day, or I need to turn on, turn off, tune in, tune out. Oh, goodness. Find this next thing I have to fix. Yeah, it's very interesting what's going on as I'm trying to figure out how to turn off this camera so I can fix it, and then we can test this together, because what else we're going to do? Now, can I, let me see if deactivate when not showing. Oh, I like that. I'm going to try that. Now let me come back to you live. Yes, okay, but the camera has turned on. It looks awful. But for what I want to do, I go here, it turns off my camera, but I can still speak to you. Now I can go into the Elgato software and have fun with you. We're having fun. Oh. Okay, now I can see myself in the Elgato software. And white balance, automatic, exposure, automatic is on. That's weird. Weird. Focus is automatic. Zoom. Well, this is all very bizarre to me, because none of this is supposed to be working like this. Seems like it is. So we'll go here. Yes, 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 and yes. Hey. Now, let's try this. Because when this does this doesn't make any sense. Yeah. That is on automatic. It is on automatic. It is on automatic. Light exposure. Because normally you turn it off. Because when you turn it on, it makes the whole room the same lighted weight. And then you turn it off. And it gives you, your beautiful face that's lighted up, and the rest of the background area is dark, which is what we want. And it's not what's happening. It's very frustrating. Maybe I'll go back and turn it off again. Hey, if you need some help with your script, you know where to find me. Right here on Bowles.tv. Hey, it's BOLES.tv. It's Bowles.television. Now we go back to our Elgato somewhere and we see what we can do to make this not look so ridiculous. Focus, we're going to turn off focus because that is not working. Automatic exposure, we're going to turn that off because that is not working either. The white balance, that we want on. That looks awful. Processing. Processing, not happening. So we did that, we fixed that. And now we're going to find out when we go back here with you live and the camera gets turned on, boing, is this a little bit better? Maybe it is a little bit better. Not much. I turn off the autofocus, right? So now we're just here. Can't really see the light. Can't see this light either. But we'll do the... Now this is better. There's no ridiculous, dramatic change in light. I like that better. Okay, I fixed it. I turned off all the automatic stuff. I turned off automatic light, brightness. I left automatic white balance on because then my skin turns green. And I turned off autofocus. Are you taking notes? Oh my goodness. Just the craziest thing. But this is better. Okay, I feel better now. Hey, have we heard it's Thanksgiving coming up? Oh my goodness, so many things to talk about, and none of it's making any sense. Dogs, cats living together. Hey, it's Donna! Donna joins the party! Crazy party! Thank you, Donna. We wish you the best too. Yay, I love it when Donna says hi. Mm. Not this. Kiss fist. Mwah. Better. Hey, it's Jenna Marie! Yay, it's a big party. I'm so glad I got all of our technical problems worked out because now the party can begin. And Donna says hello to Jana Marie. And Jana Marie, sweetheart, says thank you, Donna, you too. Oh, it's so fun. Very nice. We're only missing Ellie. I'm sure she's outside playing because it's a nice day. Why be inside and watch a live stream? I'll never forget that, Ellie. Just kidding. Sort of. So we are fixing our technical difficulties. So we fixed our camera. Now we just have to fix our Stream Deck Plus. Maybe get rid of NVIDIA, which would be easier because that's a step that I have to add that is not very friendly. So I just may get rid of it, but I'll have to do some testing because it's sort of technically difficult to figure out. So, hey, have you heard about this whole Taylor Swift mess with Ticketmaster? And what I love about it, it's all her fault. I just love how these, it's turkey time. Donna says, Jana Marie is ready with her tofurkey, and so am I. In fact, I'm ready to start eating right now. I'm famished. And these stars sell a lot of tickets, and they blame it all on Ticketmaster. That's what Ticketmaster's job is, to take the heat, to take the blame. It's our fault. It can't be Taylor Swift's fault. It can't be Bruce Springsteen's fault. Oh, it must be Ticketmaster's fault, because they're the ones collecting all the money. So our friend Bob Lefsetz, who writes about music and other wonderful things, talks about these Taylor Swift tickets. Among other things, he also reviews the Elton John concert in Los Angeles. There may have been mania over Taylor Swift tickets, but most people have no interest in going to see her. Whereas when the Stones were playing, they were young, they were dangerous, they were the other, they were considered ourselves the other two. Well, here's the dirty little secret of the Taylor Swift sale of tickets. I mean, how many people really want to sit in the last row of the upper deck of a big stadium? Very true. Everybody wants to sit in the front row. They want to be close to Taylor, and they're not going to get there. And even if they are willing to pay, it's not much. So the truth is, many people who purchased Taylor Swift tickets went for the entire allotment, got caught up in the mania, believing they'll be able to flip them, resell those tickets for more than face value. And Bob, our friend, says it's not going to happen. And he points to Miley Cyrus. She went on the road when she was still on Hannah Montana. And parents, not her parents, but parents trying to get tickets went insane. They could not get tickets to the show. They were up in arms. There had to be an investigation into Ticketmaster, and it never happened. But to solve the problem, next time, when Miley went on tour, she went paperless, meaning no paper ticket. And the gigs did not immediately sell out. So yes, everyone had been caught up in the mania, and although the scalpers don't want paperless, it's really the audience that's against it, because they can't scalp their own tickets. The truth hurts. And there's some people who are really, truly fans of Taylor Swift, and they want to go see her, and they want to pay. But most people trying to get those tickets are bots and resellers. They want to go sell down the street to the young child crying in the corner and offer her parents 2 tickets at a 300% upsale. And then he goes on, he talks about Ticketmaster a little bit later, again, but he's reviewing the Elton John set here. Elton John is 75. He broke through 50 years ago. He's had a charmed life, but he earned it. He's very talented. And Elton is one of our few stars who is a fan himself. He still buys records. He befriends the newbies. He does. He does songs with people you've never heard of before. He helps break them in. He gives them a break. He tries to save those who've gone down the wrong path. Nobody else does that but Elton John. Elton is not reclusive. He's our most accessible superstar, even if most never met him. But he's part of the scuttlebutt. He's living a life. He's watching the video screens last night, and it was hard not to be envious. He has had a beautiful life. And then he goes on to talk about Bruce Springsteen and how when you're going on a big tour, kind and proper way to sell tickets is you sell tickets one by one, meaning you're going to Omaha, you sell tickets in Omaha. You go to Los Angeles, you sell tickets in Los Angeles. But if you want to make headlines, if you want to be on the news, if you want to create consternation and panic in your fan base, then you do what Taylor Swift did. And you put all tickets all on sale for all venues on one day. And you create havoc, you create tears, you create hatred and dismay because you, Taylor Swift, want to set records. You, Taylor Swift, want to be on the front page of the newspaper. And it doesn't seem you care if it's negative. You just want to be there. Be known. Hello, I'm Taylor. And it's a sad day. So Bob Lefsetz, I'll put this link on our Discord server. You can take a look at what he says. He really does great analysis of how to do things right and how to do things wrong when you're working with a place like Ticketmaster. Now, here's another really interesting topic for conversation. How to protect research ideas as a junior scientist. Now, it's not just about this or that. This is a big concern, especially in the creative world, where you deal with people who like to steal your ideas and use them as their own. Now, if you're working, as a writer or independently, you can keep your ideas to yourself and use them when you're ready. However, if, say, you are a graduate student, very bright, very smart, you're working with a group of other students, you're working with a mentor who might be a little older, a little out of touch, and your advisor says to you, what are you thinking of studying? Your group of colleagues says, hey, what's up with you? What are you working on? And you make the mistake of telling the truth. You tell them your idea that you're working on. And the next thing you know, your idea is not yours anymore. Your idea has been stolen, inspired by someone else who's taking your idea and running with it and running the wrong way. And what do? You complain? You stole my idea. You think anybody cares? Nobody cares. So here is the really interesting story. Cough. And turn off my microphone when I do it. I think it worked. I use community-based participatory research methods to work with young black children and their families on issues such as substance use and HIV prevention. When I was applying for my first grant in 2019, I spoke to many mentors, community members, and non-academic friends, and basically anyone who would listen to my ideas. I took 2 months to write the proposal, much improved by their advice and feedback, and received funding the following year. In 2020, I plan to apply for another grant in response to a request from a federal funding agency for proposals investigating protective factors against substance abuse in young people in minority ethnic groups. As in my previous grant writing journey, I shared my idea with anyone who would listen, but after realizing that I didn't have the capacity to take on the project, I decided to wait a couple of months before applying. I thought I had time because the closing date for grant applications was a few years later. Well, to my surprise, earlier this year, I saw a multi-million-dollar grant awarded to someone whom I did not professionally know. And the aims looked almost identical to mine. I was shocked and upset, but I felt it might have been partly my fault for sharing my idea too early. I had sent my project to many people, including senior scholars whom I didn't really know, after colleagues had suggested that I contact them. Of course, it's possible that this person came up with the idea on their own, although personally, I doubt it. Oh. My line of research, the ethical damage of running with others' ideas is worse. There are possible risks to the target populations of the work. One example is cultural appropriation, which can lead to flawed research designs and contribute to further mistrust of researchers. So she goes on to talk about all these terrible things that happen and how you protect yourself. Now, I have a mini example of this that's happened to me over the last 3 days. I think I better go into my Twitter account and show you what I'm talking about. You know, I've, as you know, been playing a lot with artificial intelligence. Here's my artificial intelligence cat on my Twitter account. Okay, so I have this new little series. I'm calling it a series, called Today in History of Things That Never Happened. It's funny, and it's where I ask an AI bot to create things that never happened, to be fun. And so here's mine from this morning. From the Today in History of Things That Never Happened series, here is Charlie Brown kicking a football, Charlie Brown shaking hands with Kermit the Frog, and yes, I said Kermit the Frog, but they made it a green Snoopy. That's AI for you. Eating a peppermint patty. Remember, his friend is Peppermint Patty, but there's also a candy called Peppermint Patty. Funny, right? Hilarious. And fighting Darth Vader. And yes, I'd said Darth Vader, but again, the AI bot made Vader Snoopy. Hilarious, right? Now, that's created with Midjourney. It's a bot. And I don't hide the fact that it's Midjourney. It's just sometimes you can't say Midjourney because that's a very long word. And when you're character restricted on Twitter, you have to be careful of how much you say it when you say it. So the past 3 days, I've talked about Andy Warhol, talked about Lee Harvey Oswald, and things that never happened. And I post them in the morning. And then when I'm done with this show, you know, doing some research, finding new ideas for the show to share, not steal, I go into the Midjourney section on Reddit, and I see Lee Harvey Oswald playing football. What? I just posted that this morning. Yesterday, Andy Warhol sitting in a bar. What? Now, maybe Lee Harvey Oswald you could understand because, you know, he killed President Kennedy 59 years ago today. But who's making Midjourney art with Andy Warhol the last 18 hours other than me? The chance that it's some other person doesn't make any sense. Because that person's reading my Twitter, reading my Mastodon account, going and rolling their own prompt, and then posting it as their genius idea in the Midjourney area of Reddit. Huh? Right. So I live in fear, you know, later today when I get on Reddit, go look around, see what's happening. Midjourney, and there's going to be Charlie Brown doing something. Now, who cares, really, because I'm not making money off of this. I don't have anything to do with it. It's just fun. It's AI. But it goes to show, even if it's your idea, yeah, right here, my idea, posted 6 hours ago, yeah, okay. Somebody's not going to go right on somewhere else. Use your idea, make a new prompt, roll a new image, And you're going to find out very quickly that nothing is sacred, nobody cares. So that's the very real danger that is inherent in these episodes of doing some research and you have a great idea and then somebody steals your idea. And that's a danger in academia. You're dealing with a lot of people and people want to get ahead. They want to get ahead of you. And the one thing that most people don't ever have is an idea. They are competent. They can do work. They are mechanical. They know how to get from point A to point B. But ask them to initiate an idea. Ask them to become something they are not. And what happens? They come at you. They steal your idea. I don't know what you're talking about. I've had this idea for 10 years. I've been thinking about having my AI bot draw Andy Warhol in a bar for at least a month. But it came out 6 hours after I posted, oh, that's coincidence. That we used the same exact bot. That's coincidence. So imagine, you have a $10 million grant on a very specific genius idea. And this other person who's older, has more power, maybe at a better school, better reputation, sees your idea and says, oh my God, that's not a $10 million idea, that's a $25 million idea. And with my power and my reputation and my guts behind the whole thing, I can really make this into something. I think I'm going to borrow that idea, be inspired by it, and get the money first. Because there's not room enough in this town to do 2 studies of $10 million. Let's just do 1 study of $20 million. And I'll have it all for myself. That's how these people work. And it's very dangerous when you're young and smart and in a program and you're surrounded by older, desperate people who want tenure, who want to make one more book before they leave. And you, because they are in a position of power over you, you have to admit to them what your ideas are. So what do? I'll tell you what you do. If you're the idea person, you save your very best ideas, and you know what they are, to yourself. And then you come up with ideas 2 and 3 that are okay, but you wouldn't mind if someone stole them from you because you have better ones up here. And that may even mean your PhD thesis is going to be a lesser idea than the one you want to write because you're smart and you are ethically aware that there are people around you who are not ethically aware and who don't have any morals or compunction or human capacity to yearn. Right? So what you have to do is you save all of your best ideas. You're working on them. You're thinking about them for many years. You write your boring thesis that gets you through. You get your diploma. You're in a position of power when you land somewhere. It may take you a few years to get the authority to come up with your own ideas that you can chase and challenge. And that's how you beat these people who steal ideas. You keep them to yourself until you have the ability to be ripe and to strike while your own iron is hot. And this is really true in Hollywood and even on the Broadway stage. A good idea is hard to come by. There are a million terrible ideas, a million terrible failures. What's the old saying? A failure has a million parents and a success has only one. So make sure that your ideas are protected. Make sure you know what you're doing. Make sure that you save your best ideas for when you know you can begin and end them on your time frame and with nobody having any sort of chance to steal the idea from you. It's especially true of research. If you let's say you're doing cancer research, you're in a major university, and you make this incredible breakthrough in the lab, and you think, "Oh my gosh, I've solved the problem of cancer." Now, you don't want to keep that to yourself, but if you share it with the administration, the people above you, they're going to take your idea and say, "Oh, isn't that wonderful?" Pat you on the head, and they'll take your idea and expand it and go out there and publish first and get credit for it. And you might get a mention if you're lucky. "Oh yeah, yeah, a little bit of research done there, but we're the ones who came to the conclusion." Yeah, that was the spark, but the end of it, the fire, where you find all the smoke and all the attention, well, that was us. That wasn't them. And there are terrible people out there in the world who will do just that, who will go out of their way to harm you with every evil intention that they have. It's really sad, and it's a big problem, and you, as the inventor of ideas, have to be very strict and very careful and protect your children, your offspring, that are your wonderful genius ideas. It's the only way to survive in this terrible world where people want what you have and they don't mind stealing it from you, taking it from you, cajoling it from you, caressing it out of you, whatever way they can to get ahead on your hard work and your divine inspiration. Now it's time for one more break. Oh, we have so many wonderful things to discuss. And we'll start with this. Life of a cat. That will be an interesting topic. Yeah, look out. It's coming for you. When we return in a moment. And we are back. Live here on Bowls TV. It's BOLES.television. Oh, it's Bowls.tv. All day and all night. High noon Eastern. It only seems that way. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Oh, this next story is one that smacks you right in the old heartache. I'm gonna have to log in. Oh no, I typed my password wrong. Oh boy. How much would you pay to save your cat's life? Now, it's not just about cats. It's about any pet you have. What would people do? How much would you spend? How much is too much? What's your limit? A lot of people say that pets have replaced children in many people's lives. So much so that the Pope, yes, that Pope, came out and said, stop having pets. Have children instead. Your pets are not your children. A little bit cruel. Especially when a lot of popes over the years, as celibate men, have had birds, dogs, cats as pets. How much would you pay? $15,000 gets your pet a new kidney. Would you spend $15,000 on your cat? If it meant, what, another month of life? 2 months? How much is $15,000 worth to you as a pet owner? Minimum year? And here's the problem. When you do stuff like that, doctors might say, oh gosh, yeah, you have this surgery and you're going to live another 5 years. Your cat's going to have a good long life. And then you or the cat or whatever dies on the table. You still owe $15,000, but there's no extra life. That's a risk. It's a gamble. But I guess all of life is a gamble. A radiologist squirted ultrasound goop on her abdomen while 2 veterinary students in dark blue scrubs gently held down her legs. Not that this was really necessary. Strawberry was too tired, too drugged, or simply too out of it from her surgery from the previous day to protest. In the dim light of the radiology room, her pupils were dilated into deep black pools. She slowly turned her head toward me. She turned away. She looked around at the small crowd of doctors and students gathering around her, as if to wonder what happened to her for her life to end up like this. What happened was Strawberry had a kidney transplant. A surgical team at the University of Georgia shaved off patches of her long ginger fur, putting catheters in her leg and her neck to deliver a cocktail of drugs she would need during her hospital stay, anesthesia and painkillers. What do? Would you pay $15,000 to save your cat? There's some people who would. There's people who pay $30,000 to have their cat cloned. Now, is that a better use of your money? Well, the original cat, was $15,000. But if I clone that cat, I might get 15 years for $30,000. Everything comes down to money. The owner didn't want her name in a magazine article about a $15,000 kidney transplant. That's the cost of the surgery. With travel and follow-up care, total can be 2 or 3 times that amount. $45,000. She was not alone in not wanting to be named. In the course of reporting this story, I spoke with more than a dozen owners, several of whom were wary of going public about their cat's transplant. Others were happy, even eager, to share the experience. But they, too, sometimes told me of judgments radiating from family or acquaintances. I wouldn't think of saying to somebody, wow, that's an expensive car. But People seem pretty free to say, wow, you spent a lot of money on your cat. It's your money. What you want to do is what you want to do. $15,000 for a kidney transplant for a cat. I know people who wouldn't spend $1.50 on their cat. They leave them outside. And everything in the outside world is bigger and meaner than a cat. Dogs, other animals, maybe not birds, but they don't take their cat to the doctor. They don't feed the cat. A cat's a hunter, they say. Oh, if the cat's hungry, the cat will figure it out. So you go from that extreme to $15,000 for a kidney transplant extreme. And those people would say, oh my gosh, for $15,000 I could buy a big TV and a nice audio system. Actually, a really nice audio system, I mean, it's like headsets, $3,000. And they need a DAC, $2,000. They need speakers, and $45,000 for an audio file. That's okay, but not to spend on a cat. The median survival time for cats that get kidney transplants is about 2 years. Many owners who have recently gone to the extreme to save their cat's life find themselves once again asking when to let them go. That's the hard thing. Things start very quickly to cascade with a cat. As our veterinarian told us, cats hide their sicknesses very well. And you don't know until the very, very end of life that they've been sick. Because I guess for a cat, it's a sign of weakness. You're out in the world, you're talking to your owners, you're bird hunting, and if you look sick and feeble, I mean, other predators will smell it on you and come and eat you. So cats collapse very quickly, and a lot of cats have kidney problems because the blood vessels are very, very, very tiny that go to feed their kidneys. And if they're not getting the right kind of water, if they're not exposing themselves to the right kind of care, a lot of cats have kidney problems. And there's no such thing really as dialysis for a cat. You can try to pump them full of fluids, lactated ringers, hoping that helps them flush out their blood and go to the bathroom more often, but sometimes it just doesn't work despite all of the good intentions by everyone involved. And then you have to say, okay, you spent $5,000, $3,000 to save your cat. Hey, we need to do this heart sac surgery draining for another $750. You want to do it? Because the only other option is you bring him home and see if he lives or see if he dies. And there comes a point, I really do, I think, where you say, is this for the benefit of the cat or is this for the benefit of me? And that's where a good veterinarian will help you make that difficult and terrible choice for many people involved. So you spend $15,000 on your cat, you maybe get, a year and a half, 2 years out of it, and then it's like, okay, now what? Can we have another kidney surgery? Well, no. So you bought 2 extra years for your cat for $15,000. Is it worth it? Some people will say yes. Other people will say no, thank you. So I will post the link to this wonderful, wonderful story about people who care and love their cats, and modern medicine can save pets that were not savable 5 years ago. Now there's a chance you could save your cat. It's going to cost you a little bit of money, but that's really all it is, right? A little bit of money. Well, now it's that time. Oh, not that time. It's this time. Hey, Thanksgiving's here, so let's be thankful for all the things that we can't quite accomplish, but we keep trying to do. And that is trying to win on chess.com and to beat our Chessable tutorial. Yesterday we did medium well. Yesterday we were taking a look at our Chessable, and our first puzzle we did just awful, and we're creamed, I think is the technical term. And now we're going to try again today with our Chessable tutorial to see if we can win the day. And so now, here we go, live and in person. Now, the tutorial is trying to teach me to chase the king. That's the idea of the tutorial. I move, I put the king in check, so the king has to move. I move again, so the king has to move. Ma. That's the idea. So here we go. We're playing white. And here is the object of our desire. I'm on a timer, so I have to think very quickly and act rather fast. Okay, now we're getting interesting. Because we have this, we can move this here, puts the king in check, and these puzzles really like these sort of revealed checks. So that is going to be interesting. Because there are two checks that have to be dealt with. And I'm not sure what's going to happen. I'm going to try to make this. I don't know if they'll let me do it because it's too genius, I think. See? Come on now! Now, I'm telling you, that is a great move because it's a double check. I guess the king would just move there. So what they're going to do is they're going to make me make this move that they want me to make, not the move that I want to make. I take the pawn. The king moves there anyway. See? If I'd take the queen with my rook. Now, come on now. Come on now. That's called not being fair when it comes to playing chess with a computer. Now I got to hurry because I got to make a move and I'm going to be in big trouble. Now, I hope they're not going to make me move my queen down here, which is what I have a feeling they want me to do. It's the only thing I can think of. No. Oh, gee. See, this is a bad puzzle already. Take that way, take that way. Now what? It's got to be here, protected by the knight. We'll try. And the king moves, and now I think we know it's going to have to be a knight move. A little Bob Seger action for you here in KF4. Oh, maybe we have another one to move. I see. So I think it's here to here. Puts the king in the old checkaroony. And king can't take because knight protects. That's an interesting move, I think. I will do. Yes. Now I believe another interesting move would be this. Puts the king in check. And I guess the king can move there. No, king can't move there because my knight is there. King can't move there because my pawn is here. King can't move back because the pawn is there, so I will win the puzzle, but it's very painfully awful. Now, what was the move again? Who's playing this game, by the way? What are we doing here? 66%. Really terrible. Ooh, we have two more puzzles. We could finish this. Ooh, now I'm sort of tempted. Okay, I'll keep going. Black to play, object of my desire is there. Here are the implements of my destruction and my despair. Oh, I don't have a queen. That's interesting. They love when I sacrifice my queen. So I believe the first move has to be here. Bang. They want the king in check. Yes. Now what? I don't know. Probably here to here, I would think. No, that king in check. But I do sort of like the move. Because what? Am I going to move this? Terrible. Ah, I know what it is. It's this to here, which puts the king in check 2 ways. Yeah. Okay, now it's got to be this to this, puts the king in the check. They want the king moving. Okay, the king is moving and taking all of my pieces. Now I believe we go this way. Has to be, yes. Thank you. Now I believe we go here to here. Oh no, but that won't work. Interesting, right? Now what if this were a knight move? Working on the front page drive-in news. Yeah, but then the... Okay, so it needs to be this. This to here. That. That looks workable. I will do. Oh no! I don't understand it because now this is going to be taken. I don't like it, but I will do. I go here. Why not? It has to be. Now this has to go here. Has to be, yeah? What else? Come on now. Oh, painful. Now it's got to be this to here. Oh, see, when they give you the yellow, that means you're a genius. It means you're a genius. But they make you different move. Oh, I got 2 yellows in a row. Now this, come on now. Something's going on. Must be this. Oh my gosh, that's 3 yellows. I've never had 3 yellows. What am I missing? Missing something. Oh my gracious. Well, that puzzle I've ever seen in my life. Now I have 1 more. I'm going to finish the... Here you go. White to play. Here's the object of my desire. These are the implements of my destruction. Okay, so... They want the king in check. Maybe go here. That puts the king in check. Brings out the bishop. I think that's what it has to be. I will try. Oh, now, why would I do that, though? Okay. Queen takes, pawn. Oh, it's so painful. Yeah. And then the king moves. So I think we got to go here and here, right? Protected. Do. Nope. That's not it. I don't understand that move because it will just be taken. But okay. Running out of time. I go here. Taken. Oh, I could go here. I'll do that. Yeah. This is a hard one. And I'm running out of time. I have to make a move. I'll try this. No. Okay. Just up one. Now the king, you're supposed to be chasing the king. This is not chasing the king because the king didn't move. So right there, the puzzle's broken. Ugh. Thank you. I got 6 moves. Painful, awful, terrible. But we finished the chapter. So what's our next chapter? Miscellaneous mates. That sounds painful. But hey, we're not done yet. November 22nd of 2022. It's Deflection Connection. We are white to move. It's the chess.com puzzle of the day. Thank you very much. Here we go. Ooh. Here's the object of my desire. These are the implements of my destruction. Mm-hmm. I sort of like this to there. It was the right move. And I lost my knight. Now what do I do? Little confusing. Little confusing. I like this to there. Nope. Try again. I liked it because it's that pressure on the queen. But that was not the right move. Working on the knight moves. What about this? Nope. Now I'm just flailing. Calm down, young man. Calm down. Okay, this to here. Put the king in check. Thank you. Ay, ay, ay. Now I'm in trouble. Well, now if I were playing myself, I would just go here to take the rook because I like that. But I know that's not what they want because that doesn't put the king in check. I know that's the point of the game. But I like the idea of getting out of town. I'm just going to make it. Oh my goodness. I won. I don't know why. Deflection connection. Now, why was that the move to make? I'm still not sure exactly. I don't know. I don't know. I guess it's winning. Who am I to decide? Oh my goodness. What a wonderful show we've had today. So many highs, so many lows. We played with our camera. We played with our microphone. And we didn't play with any of it, ever. But sometimes greatness is forced upon you. And I accept the challenge. If you have any questions or concerns, you may find me in email, david@bowles.tv. On Twitter, we're at David Bowles. On Facebook, it's BOLES. On Instagram, we are Bowles Books. And if you want to join our Discord server, oh boy. This is where we put our links of the day. We share AI art. We share conversation. We have fun. We have investigations. We do meaningful things together. So I hope you have a wonderful day, a great nap, a wonderful meditation, a thoughtful slumber. And when ye shall awaken, may your soul be filled with joy, and nobody stealing any of your good ideas. Let them have all of your bad ideas, and then you'll be up in the game. I'll see you again soon.